Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's event. My name is Peter Lopipero. In case you don't know me, I'm the founder and admin of this group, the Long Island Senior Forum. Great to see you on this sunny Wednesday on Long Island. And I'm so glad you're here today for something that could really open your eyes. We all know about life insurance policies, right? But have you ever wondered what that policy could actually put some money in your pocket now? Well, get ready to find out. We've got a fantastic guest with us today, Bob Stolak from the Senior Group, and he's going to give us a quick and easy rundown on something called a life settlement. He'll explain what it is, how it works, and why so many seniors are choosing this option instead of just letting their policies lapse. I mean, you've been paying into it, so doesn't it make sense to see if you could possibly get something back? So let's give Bob a big virtual welcome. Bob, take it away.
Thank you, Peter. Thank you for having me. Good morning, everyone. I want to again thank the group for giving me the opportunity to speak to the Long Island Senior Group. My name is Bob Stolak, as Peter had mentioned. I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York. If you can't see, I actually have it officially on my shirt here. Okay. And 40 years ago, I moved to South Florida and have been here ever since. I was coming down for 6 months and I'm still here. I've also been in the insurance industry for the past 29 years. And today I'm going to be speaking about a topic, life settlements, and answering the question, what is a life settlement? You might have seen and heard the phrase life settlement. You might have seen ads on TV. And I'm amazed how many people, even in the insurance industry, do not know what exactly a life settlement is. So the definition is a life settlement is the sale of an existing life insurance policy, mainly by a senior, and we'll get into why that is, to a vetted institutional buyer. Okay? And this is usually an unwanted, unneeded, or unaffordable life insurance policy. So just some background on statistics here. 500,000 people, 500,000 seniors, either lapse or surrender their life insurance policy each and every year. That's 500,000 people. Just give back the life insurance to the insurance company, and without getting paid a death benefit because they're still alive. And they get what they call the cash surrender value, which in a lot of cases is zero or very little. That's the one and only option that they think they have. But what I'm going to enlighten you today about is another option, an option that's legal, state approved in over 90% of the states in the United States. And it is a process where you can actually get your policy bought by one of these buyers. What we do here is we get policies appraised to know the value of it. For example, if you bought a painting at a flea market 20 years ago and you put it in the garage, and now you were moving and maybe you spent $100 on that painting, and someone offered you $1,000 for that policy, for that painting, you say, well, I'll take that. That's 10 times on my money. But little did you know that that painting might be worth $50,000, okay? Because you didn't have it appraised. And that's what we do here. We get policies appraised so you know exactly what it is. Let me dive into this a little deeper so you'll have a good feel for how I got involved in this and how it could work for you. So as I mentioned, I've been in the insurance industry, have an insurance agency for the past 29 years. Approximately 4 years ago, a client of mine, an attorney who had previously purchased $1.5 million worth of life insurance, was now retiring, and his premium of $46,000 a year was out of his budget. So it was going to affect his retirement, and he was looking to give up the policy. So he called and asked me, what can we do about this? I don't really need this amount of insurance anymore. But I've been paying into it for 7 years. If I give it up, the cash surrender value was zero. So I was not in the life settlement industry at the time, and we got together with one of the companies that advertise on TV all the time, and they actually offered him $50,000 for the policy. He didn't like that number, nor did I. But again, if he let the policy go, he would have gotten zero. So 50,000 is better than zero. But I continued my search, and I got together with the company that I've now partnered up with, and we have a proprietary bidding process. And what this does is it puts the policy when buyers are interested. Instead of one buyer putting out an offer on the policy, we have dozens and dozens of buyers that actually put out bids on this policy, driving up the price. Just like during COVID, for real estate, when people were selling their homes, and Peter, you're aware of this, and people
Absolutely.
were getting, yes, and people were getting much higher than their asking price because of the competition, and that's what happens here. So it goes on this bidding process, and it drives the price up and up. We received 14 bids on my client's policy, and it landed not at 50,000, but at $488,000. And he was obviously,
Unbelievable.
yeah, for sure. And he said the same thing, but much, much louder. And so I peeled back the curtain. I said, how is this? How is this possible? How could it be such a big difference between the numbers? So I investigated. I saw what it was, and again, it was the competition of it, because there are no, like in real estate, where you can go and get a comparable from a house. If you have the same house, same size house on a block, I'm sure your members could relate to this. You know approximately what your house is worth, but every life insurance policy is different. Okay? And the death benefit's different, the age, the health of the insured is different. So this case, so here as you can see on your screen right now, this was over here, my very first case in the life settlement arena. A very, very successful case. But here's the part I really want to drive home. If my client didn't investigate this, okay, if we didn't look into this, he would have been one of those 500,000 people that dropped their policies, and he would have gotten zero for it, because that was the cash surrender value on this. He would have gotten zero for his policy. So by looking into it, we were able to explore and unfold all this whole situation of what the real value is to the secondary market on this. Again, vetted institutional buyers, that these are hedge funds and big investment firms that have this as part of their diversification on their portfolio, and they have to buy a lot of them, because some they win, some they lose. So we can get into more detail on this here, where people who are generally, this works best for people who are 65 and older, okay, and have a minimum death benefit of $100,000. So we can get into more personal situations if someone is interested, if this has sparked any interest in anyone in your group. Here is my phone number here. It's 561, not 516 like Long Island, but 561.
Watch out for those that have dyslexia.
There you go. 561-251-8680. Again, 561-251-8680. And here's my website. It's sell my policy, the number 4, more.com. Again, sell my policy, the number 4.com. You get more information over there. Feel free to call. You'll be working directly with me. And I want to leave it on that note here. We're going to be speaking every couple of weeks, Peter, as we spoke about, and we don't want to take up a lot of your members' time. We want to give some factual information, enlighten them that this exists, and again,
Yep.
don't look at the only option if you're ready to lapse or surrender your policy. The only option being what the insurance company will offer you. Let's look at other options, that what the
Right.
marketplace can give you for your policy. So
Of
I
course.
guess
Right. I mean, there's no obligation, no pressure, just information,
right,
and
right. That's why it
definitely
says that.
contact them.
Right. That's why it says from policy to payout. There's no charge for for this. There's no charge for our appraisal. We'll take a look at it, and we'll be able to see if there's a path forward. In either case, we'll be able to help you because we can enlighten you. Have been in the business 29 years. We'll be able to bring you up to date on what you really do have as far as your policy details. But it would be I believe, very well worth your time to get in touch with us if there's any interest here. So, Peter, I want to thank you for your time here. And I know we were
Sure.
going to look at if there were any questions. Yeah, I do have a question. Someone is asking, how long does this process take? The process generally takes between 60 and 90 days start to finish. That's about the time frame on that. That was a good question because sometimes people have approached me and said, "Yeah, I've heard that this takes a year to do," and it's not true. We have a very strong, efficient team who's been in the business. Back office has been in the business many years, so we get it done, and we can. By our bidding process, we get you the absolute best price for your policy. So again, thank you for your time today. Appreciate it. We'll see you on the
Okay.
23rd.
Thank you. Great. Thanks so much, Bob. We appreciate the information, and we look forward to seeing and hearing from you again. And once this video goes up, if any other additional questions come in, anyone can feel free to just post the question, and Bob will be checking in periodically to answer any questions. Um, and that's it. Thank you so much for attending the event, and have a great day.
Bye now. Thanks.